I'm back. This is sweating.
Not very far, like 10 minutes.
Are we going to be selling them like afterwards or like after? Okay. I could do one. That could be like a one person. Oh yeah, I do.
Take some time.
Well, the next generation, I treat it as a like sour pitch. Well, the eggs are
When I had my first child, one was like 52 now, so 52 years ago. My mother-in-law is very Chinese.
Oh yeah, our parents, our generation.
And she would just sit there and watch my child eat it.
So do you know about this group? Is this an undergraduate?
No, I did what I was email, and it says about, Chinese postpartum foods, and I think, I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna and talk about what kind of soup was it. So you already know what's inside soup, and this is what was I think it was pork, ginger, herb soup, black soup with eggs, and that was like for parents, like moms. So yeah, for expecting parents and parents who already have kids. So yeah, if you're you might have already seen it in restaurants, but yeah. So that's all I could say. So thanks but to English speakers, Chinese folks who might not understand it, you're gonna be parents soon, and you're gonna be ending up drinking this. So don't be angry if parents are telling you that one is actually very good stuff. So yeah, I just don't know how I say this better than that. Yeah, you have to be a parent to give it a try. Like if you're a mom that expecting mom, I think you're gonna end up drinking this. So yeah. So thanks.
Hi, I am William. I am an education and public candidate here at the Cantonese Historical Society.
Louder.
Yes. Hi, welcome. I'm William. I'm the education and programs coordinator here at the Cantonese Historical Society. Thank you all for coming to our event today. We are having the postpartum mothers event, so if you are familiar with this title, if you're here, if you're not, then welcome. I would like to introduce Marilyn Wong, who we and her have been in collaboration with one another as a way to try to bring in another dimension of the Chinese American experience. Right? For me, I like to eat. Maybe like to eat too. But I think Dr. Wong, her work goes a little bit deeper to kind of showcase a different component of this. So without further ado, she can give a little bit more intro, but then hopefully take you all through this presentation.
Okay, thank you very much. Am I okay in terms of
Yes,
use the mic? Use the mic? Bring it closer. I was thinking of avoiding the mic, bounce back and actually cause more problems. If you're fine. This, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'd like to welcome you and thank you for being here today. And it's always a pleasure for me to come back because my two daughters grown up now used to go to preschool right next door. My mom taught at Zhonghua for 20, 30 years, and now I have cousins here in the audience and old friends, so I feel very, very at home. So thank you for your attendance here today. So, and I also have my group of students, so I'd like to introduce them. In the back, Jocelyn, Dominique, and Fernanda. So they are all part of the team that cooked the ginger, vinegar, pig feet, and egg today. And we started a few weeks ago. So today, we're going to be talking a lot about other things related to postpartum, not necessarily the vinegar ginger, but we certainly welcome any questions you may have and tell us how it tastes. Need more sugar, need more pepper, should be softer or harder or whatever. Okay, so today's title is From Mothers to Mothers. This is a project that we started about 4 years ago. And today we're going to be having a tasting after the presentation. And how we foresee the presentation go would be we'll do the PowerPoint presentation initially. We'll be talking about the publication of this book. That's sort of the culmination of the phase 1 of our project. A little bit about postpartum care in the Chinese American community, but the truth is there's very, very little known about the postpartum practices. There's very little written about it. So if any of you are interested in a research project or looking for a master thesis or even a PhD thesis, this is an ideal topic. And we're also going to touch upon the lack of postpartum care in the United States. So I think that was part of the reason why we started this project to begin with. And we'll talk a little bit about the phase 2 of the Mother to Mother project and our new website. So after the PowerPoint presentation, we're going to do a Q&A, so this is time for you to ask any question or contribute what do you know. So we are always excited and interested in gathering more information. And during that process, we'll probably maybe go row by row to get the food so that we don't have 40 people waiting in line for food and then coming back. So just the interest of time, so we'll do that. And then I think that would be the program. So this project started off at UC Berkeley. So we have a group called AAPI Health Research Group, Asian American Pacific Islander Health Research Group. So what we do is that group we started about 10 years ago. So it's a group of student and health professionals who are interested in community health in the AAPI population. So every spring we would have a course on contemporary health issues in the API community. And students who are interested, they would then apply to become researchers in the fall. So in the fall they would pick up topics that interest them and do a research project. And also we do a social service project. So about 4 years ago, I threw out the idea of collecting recipes because I sort of know. Well, first of all, in our group, a lot of the students are first generation. So in other words, they're born in the United States or they came when they were very young. But their mom and parents usually are immigrants or refugees. So we have people who are Hmong, Mian, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Filipino, Cambodian. So we have really a very good mix. And I always want to encourage students to take up a project and also take up something meaningful that will relate to the community or relate to the family. As many of you may know, that there's always a very big gap between the immigrant generation and the first generation because of cultural background, because now we have even lived in the same roof, but you are being brought up under very different cultural norms and cultural ideas, and also language. So usually the children who are born in this country, their language ability of their parents are usually very limited. So besides, oh, so your language is very limited in terms of getting a deeper discussion with parents. So I wanted a project that would encourage the students to talk to their mom or grandma about something else besides, besides how's the weather and all that. So they took it on, and so that was the other part. It was just the intergenerational bonds. We want to strengthen that. And once they have collected all the recipe, then we wanted to publish a book just to sort of make it a product that the students feel that, oh, they completed something. And the other aspect is once we collected the recipe, we want to make it available to other new mothers, knowing that it's very limited material in the mainstream media about postpartum care. So, and then we also have a program where we donate this book to community clinics, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. So again, we started with a group of students like this group of students now, but every 2-3 years is a generation of students on campus. So the students here who worked on the book had already graduated and now have left. So now we have a new group of students working. But when we're working on the collecting of recipes, was mainly Asian recipes. So we would buy the ingredient, we'll come to my house and we would cook and test the recipe. And when we have the final product, we would take pictures of it. And so all the pictures in here are taken by ourselves. And most of it are just on the smartphone, so nothing fancy. But so we had good luck with the book. So I want to give credit to Han Nguyen. She was the student coordinator for the project for the first 3 years. And now she had graduated and she's working on different projects. So, but I want to give her full credit because she was the one that worked really hard with all the other students, collecting the recipe and putting it together, and the final work of actually putting it in the publishable form was all her work. So this book was the final product, and we had donated to WUI. This is around further down the hill a little bit. The Chinatown Public Health Center, Northeast Medical Service, and this is Gangwon. So this is just the local because since we're talking, today's talk is in San Francisco. So these are some of the local groups that we had donated the books to. And we had donated books in Oakland side as well. So in order for us to donate these books, we needed to raise money. So last year around this time, we had a, we cannot connect them. Is William here? Is there any way I could get connected to internet? So we had to raise money to both to print the book as well as to be able to donate the book, because printing it is quite expensive, as we found out, because we have to print in small quantities. So it's not like people in big publisher they print in thousands and they get a printing cost. So for us was costly. So this little book is being sold at East Wind for $16.99. So we have to apologize for that, but it really is costing us pretty much to print. Okay, so. So anyway, we did what we call a crowd fund at UC Berkeley, and how that works is twice a year, UC Berkeley would encourage students to put up projects on this particular website, And people could just go online and look at the different projects and decide, oh, this is a worthwhile project, I want to donate to this and that. So that was called crowdfunding. And so we put up our project up there. And we were very fortunate that within 2 days, we had set a goal of $3,000, and we raised $3,000 within 2 days, and we succeeded raising a total of 7,000 something, over the course of 10 days. That was the duration of the campaign. So both, we were fortunate to have that kind of support, but what really surprised us was that NPR picked it up. So one of the writers, this is great, so she contacted us and wanted to find out a little bit more about the book. And so she wrote about it, and she posted on their website and their Facebook. And to our great surprise, that the very first day it went online, there were 10,000 likes. So I don't have a Facebook, so I don't know how that works. But to me, that's the image of that there are 10,000 people who read it and said, oh, liked it. So to us, that was phenomenal, because we actually printed like 40 copies. Because that's what we think, okay, if my friend buys this and if my daughter buys this, that's what we were kind of more like personal connection of selling the books. So when this book had that kind of sort of impact on other people actually wanted to buy the book, that showed us there was something else going on, that we were touching upon something. So anyway, when the NPR article came out, within days, this is at Eastman Books in Berkeley, and this was the stack of orders that they received. So then we had to hurry and print, a copy of the books to be able to mail out to people. And it was very funny, because some of the order would come in with a little note to say, well, can you send it by next Monday? My due date is Monday. So they said, oh, people are really expecting to be using this book. So that was very, very gratifying. And I think that was the first inkling that was, gee, something is missing out there, because our book is really a very simple book. It has 16 recipes, It is bilingual in the sense that whatever, say this one is Cambodian, so it's in the Cambodian language, and then it's in English. But by and large, it's a student project, So, but one thing I was impressed when I went to visit Hong Kong last year. Well, when I was in Hong Kong, when I go to the bookstore and looked, there were shelves of books on postpartum care. Okay, so this is what I found in the United States. There were hardly any books on postpartum care. There are a lot of books on prenatal care. Like, when you're pregnant, there are a lot of books that tells you about what to do, what not to do, what to eat, what not to eat, and how to prepare for the baby and all that. But somehow, once you have the baby, you're on your own. So this was pretty much what we found, and I think that we sort of fulfill a niche. And then I'm going to read to you a little excerpt from my. She is the wife of my nephew, so she just had a baby, and I thought what she was able to write down, and I asked her, I said, well. Because since she just had a baby, and her mom was very traditional, so her mom was, going full scale with all the traditional things. I said, well, how did it feel to go through that month, having to either observe it, or have to challenge it, or have to deal with that? So this is what she wrote back. Okay. Immediately after my unplanned C-section, so she had a C-section, doctors put me on an all-liquid diet. So right after the surgery, all liquid until they know that your gut and all that are working fine. Said, my parents came to the hospital with bags of homemade soups, noodles, and eggs. They were bewildered that the doctor wouldn't let me eat. As a balance, I drank the soup, but I had to fight my mom the entire time while she tried to force feed me the noodles. My mom did not allow me to shower, wash my hair for at least 2 weeks postpartum. I didn't think I could last that long, so I secretly showered at the hospital before leaving, and once when my mom went out. My mom consulted many relatives and Chinese doctors for postpartum recovery, herbal medicine, some to replenish blood and others to strengthen my muscles. I had no idea what was in the herbal soup, but I drank it all. And she put in parentheses, I lost that fight. Doctors recommended going on frequent walks to prevent blood clotting. My mother ushered me to bed every time I step out of my room because I, quote unquote, needed to rest. She even wanted me to eat in bed. I protested and was allowed out of my room to eat in the kitchen, but my mom insists I go back to bed afterwards. Doctors also recommended fresh air because I had my baby in the winter. My mom worried that I would catch a chill if I sat near the window or didn't have socks on. Similarly, I wasn't allowed to drink anything that was not hot. Nick, that's her husband, once poured me a glass of water from the fridge, and my mom literally jumped out of the chair to stop it. So all in all, my month of confinement involved a lot of protesting, both from my mother and from me. We had to compromise and negotiate it frequently on topics around food and coddling. I followed some of the rules and broke many. It was a tough month, but I know I would have overexerted myself had my mom not been there to force feed me and usher me back to bed. So I think that's the experience of some of the Chinese American that sort of straddle both cultures. Now, that's something that's current. So I like to go back a little bit, since this is the Chinese Historical Society, to say, well, what would have been women's experience through the years? So just put everything in perspective. You could see this is the immigration pattern from 1850 to 2010. So we know there was a big rush, both for the gold rush and the railroad days. And then, of course, here was the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act, so the immigration certainly quieted down. And it pretty much remained quiet throughout until about 1980. So that's how I'm going to divide the time in 50 years interval. So again, there's nothing written on that period, this period of time. So if any of you have older relatives or have, family records of anything that may shed light in this period, do contact us. We love to receive the material like that. So these are some of the conjecture that we have. So 1850 to 1900, so there would be new immigrants. So everybody would have been immigrated to here. So chances of these would be home birth, because we know that Chinese are not allowed to go to hospital, Western hospital. And Chinese hospital was not started until 1899. So during 1850 to 1900, there would not be any hospital. But were there like midwives? We don't know that. So again, if you guys have any idea or connection with any of this kind of information, we certainly would appreciate that. So most likely it would be home birth, and because most of the women that came probably came with the husband, and then had the babies here, chances are that they would not have mothers here. So they wouldn't have the support of mothers. So you have to think through, wow, what was it like to give birth in a foreign land without much support, and there must be some sort of support. So there may be a circle of women that maybe act as midwives or help in some way. But we don't have any documentation of that, because women during those times usually cannot read or write, so they did not leave a record. So most of the written material are left by men, either in ledgers or what they ordered. So that may be some material there we could look at. And in terms of the postpartum tradition, chances are that they probably follow the tradition, the Chinese tradition, but probably improvise, because they may not have all the herbs that was required. So maybe the recipe they remember call for this, and they could only have that what was available. And because of communication, I don't know if these women came very young, would they even know those recipes? So there's a lot of unknown during this period of time. So 1900 to 1950, I was sort of taken aback, because I just went on Google and tried to look for photos of that period. Then remembering how that the immigration pattern, would really die down in this period of time. So chances are good, most of the women that were of childbearing age were most likely born here. So these are most likely women who were born in the United States, because there were paper sons, but I don't think there were many paper daughters that came. So they were about paper sons. So people buy their way into the United States, but they usually buy, the son would be coming over because the male would have the earning power. So again, women during those times, the chances are good that they would be born in the United States. We don't know whether they're home or hospital birth, but we do know Chinese hospital exists. So chances are good that many of them were born in Chinese hospital. So again, that's a great research project to look through Chinese hospital record to see what kind of data they have. So right after birth, what did they serve the woman? Because Chinese hospital is supposed to be catering to the Chinese, right? Even the food that they serve are more to the Chinese taste. So did they also do that after birth? Like when they, when the mom gave, the new mom, they gave birth, and what did the hospital serve them? So that would be interesting to find out if there's some way. And the fact that they were born in the United States, chances are good they have their mother here. So at least they have the help of their mother. We don't know about their traditions. They follow the Western tradition, they follow Chinese, because a lot of the photos I found is actually they were quite a modernized group. So I was sort of surprised that they gave me an impression of being a very modernized group. So 1950 to 1980, that's more like my generation. And we know that many of them, the mother came as war brides. So now the law had changed because now China fought on the same side as the United States, so now we are allies. And that's changed the perception of Chinese, so there's no longer the Chinese peril, the yellow peril. And so there was a change in immigration laws, and men, U.S. citizens, are now allowed to bring the wives over. So after World War II, we have an influx of female coming to join their husband in the United States. So most of them would be hospital birth, so again, Chinese hospital. So because most of the women that came directly from the village, and they usually are from the Khoisan, that region. So chances are good they would be following the Chinese postpartum tradition. But because they came to join their husband, chances are good again that the mother would be back in their hometown or home village. And so she would be again by herself here. But chances are there may be relatives. And I think in the 50s and 60s, the garment factory is a very crucial social center for women, because that's where women work together. This is where they socialize. So I think that's probably a great source of support for women of that time. Now, 1980 to the present. Now then we're going to have a gamut of everything. We have new immigrants coming in. We have immigrants who've been here a long time. We have first, second, third, or even fourth generation. Then what kind of tradition they follow, again, is going to be quite varied. There are new immigrants who probably would hold very strictly to some of the Chinese tradition. And it depends where they're from, because they could be from cities like Hong Kong or big city like Shanghai or Taiwan. They may not follow the strict traditions, right? So on the other hand, if they come from more the village and rural setting, then they may be more adhering to the Chinese tradition. And then you have people like my niece-in-law that is really straddling two cultures. The mom is very, very traditional, and she was born here, so she's sort of caught between the two sides. And then there are those that perhaps even the mom is the first generation, that even the mom doesn't know any Chinese tradition, and they're pretty much practice pretty Western culturated. In terms of support, they probably would have quite a bit of support from mom if they live close by. But again, it vary a lot person to person, because we do know now people are scattered all over. They may be in New York, and their parents may be in LA, and so but people tend to travel. Like my sister right now is in New York taking care of her new grandbaby, and so there's that kind of support for the new generation, and of course, advice from nurses and doctors. So this is something I found in the blog that's pretty much summarized, I think, how the new generation feel. So getting proper rest and nutrition following childbirth definitely needs to be encouraged more in America. So I think that's, most people feel that. The only advice I got upon checking out of the hospital 36 hours after birth was, don't walk more than 2 blocks for 2 weeks. Relax a bit more if the bleeding gets heavier. We'll see you in 6 weeks. So that's pretty much, and I would say, as a physician, I would say that's a pretty correct reflection of what is said to new moms. At the time, this seemed perfectly normal, but after seeing how much more the recovery period is emphasized in other countries and culture, I'm kind of appalled at our nonchalance, our youth. So I think the new generation are really looking at a little bit more support. And now there's a whole new development internationally on postpartum care centers. So I'm just hearing you and talking to my cousin and people in the audience that now there's several options now. You could order postpartum food and it would be delivered to your door. And you could, and if you are very well off, you actually hire a doula, a postpartum doula that comes to your house that will take care of the baby and cook for you and clean for you and all that. Okay. But there's also the postpartum care centers. And several years ago, we were in China and we visited, we were traveling through, and then when we're staying at hotels, and it was sort of strange that there would be like two or three floors of the hotel that is blocked off, and then the advertisement would be for these postpartum care. And that was our first inkling, well, gee, this is something new. And I don't know if you can see, you can see that very well. So this is from Malaysia, the Warm Care Center, the Warm Care Confinement Center. So you get 24-hour nursing assistant, you have comfort accommodation, you have TV surveillance of the baby room, emergency assistant. I'm not sure what the security or G-staying environment was. Mysterious gift set. You get the hygiene. So I guess they mean that the place is hygienic and clean. You get herb bath, healthy and nutritious meal, traditional recipe for postpartum mom. That's what a postpartum support would look like. And so now, this is a new development that now is that each individual having to come up with that support on her own. Now you could go to these centers that already have everything laid out for you. I don't know how much they do cost. So these are options for people who could afford it. Now, looking at, comparing to the United States, so we're talking about all this kind of support, but in the United States, when you look at maternity leave, it's rather appalling. Okay, Estonia give you 85.1 weeks of paid. So in the United States, we have unpaid maternity leave. So you could take time off, and if you come back legally, they cannot fire you for taking maternity leave. But they don't pay you. Okay, so if you could afford to take the time, yes. Okay. So these are on national policy level. So there are employers that will pay maternity leave, but that's something you have to research when you look for jobs, you look for what their benefits are, what are their retirement benefits, and what are the maternity benefits. If that is something that is important to you. And if you look at down here, those are striped. That means it's not even there. You don't even have that. That's something Trump suggested. So what he's proposing is 6 weeks of pay leave. But 6 weeks of pay leave is not paid at your salary rate. So it's part of unemployment. You get a certain amount. Okay, so what this calculation is, what that equal to a full rate equivalent. So these people are getting 85 weeks of full pay maternity leave. Okay. So we in the United States, which we always claim to be the richest country and the wealthiest and the smartest and the most scientifically advanced, we have absolutely nothing. Now, let's look at what that kind of outlook could lead to. Okay, so maternal mortality rate, so this is historical from 1900 to 1997, there's a plummeting of the death rate due to childbirth. So that is a very, very good thing, because in the old days, like my mother-in-law would say, you know, every time you deliver a baby, it's like, you're passing through the coffin underneath. In other words, you're escaping death every time you deliver a baby. And that's very true. And I think if you think about it, for women to go through that and willingly go through that is mind-boggling, because it is a big trauma to the women and the threat of imminent death. Okay, so for the men in the audience, you know, there are very few instances in your life that you have to be confronted with that, you know, this is something I'm going through, and the result may be death. But the death rate had gone down tremendously, you know, until, especially in the last, throughout the last century. Now, something very unusual is going on. So, between 1990 to 2000, we see a creeping up of the maternal mortality rate. So mortality rate is the death rate, right? Maternal mortality is measured the 42 days any death related, 42 days within giving birth. So any death happened within 42 days is counted in as a maternal mortality. Okay, so between 1990 and 2000, creeping up a little bit, but everybody else is going down pretty much, but there was some country that was also going up a little bit. But between 2000 and 2015, something was, they still don't have a good explanation for it, but the rate really skyrocketed. So to the point now, the US maternal mortality rate is 2 times of England and 8 times of Finland. So we are measuring apples to apples, so this is only, these are the industrialized countries. So that's not fair to compare to a poor country in Asia or in Africa.
So I just had a question, and I'm a commissioner on the status of women. So in the city, we have longer leave now. It's mandated by ordinance. But my question is on the increasing mortality in the U.S. I also work for the Department of Insurance, so as an attorney, but is that related to what we call the drive-by deliveries? Because in the past, it was very regular for moms, even with natural birth, to be in the hospital for at least 3 days. And now they kick you out after a number of hours, well, not even a whole night necessarily. And then I know that a lot of women suffer hemorrhaging beyond that first day, so they could be dying because they aren't kept in the hospital for the 3 days.
Right. So I think all those are things that they need to look at, because they really don't have an answer yet. So all they know is, oh my God, you know, what is going on? So this is the time that they really need to look at it. And I think, again, it's boiled down to that mindset that once you give birth, that's it. Your job is done, and our job is done.
So I think it started in the 90s, so if someone can actually, a student can actually research it and look,
right.
That should be changing the policies in insurance and HMO, and indemnity and HMO.
Right. So there's a lot of research that needs to be done to sort of piece it out. And I had some slide, but I last minute, just in terms of time, I eliminated that. But the disparity is even more glaring. So among Black women, the rate is, the increase is even more shocking. You know, and we're talking about the United States. So the rates are comparable to, you know, other much poorer countries. And we have the resources. So for a poor country, and they have poor data and poor rates, if they're doing the best they can, that's the best they can. The question is, this is obviously not our best, and this shouldn't be our best, because all the other countries are able to do it. There's no reason why we can't. So, but exactly where should the intervention be made? I think what you're raising is absolutely true, because people are being rushed out of the hospital. You know, they get discharged within 24 hours.
The other thing is forced C-sections too, where they don't want to wait for the mom to have an afterbirth because it's more expensive.
Right. Yeah, so the increase in C-section rates and all those need to be looked at, and to be able to be mindful that if you're going to do the C-section, that woman needs a lot more care. You know, that's a major thing. But somehow, because it's a woman and it's this supposed to be this natural process, even though we intervene in a very unnatural way, that the care is not there to you know, for supporting for that woman. So I think all that definitely add to it. And what I think we're saying is that that attitude, the bloggers, and not nonchalant attitude towards the postpartum period, I think is showing up in this kind of data. So now, among Asian American and Pacific Islander, there is also an increased risk. So this really surprised me, because Asian American have always done well in most heart attack rates and all those in health in general. We tend to do better because most Asian American Pacific Islander women tend to be covered by insurance. They tend to be economically better than the average population. So something is going on, but in this recent article came out last year, and basically what they found is that there's an increased risk for maternal mortality during hospitalization for delivery among AAPI women when compared with Caucasian women in the NIS is National Inpatient Sample, okay, NIS, National Inpatient Sample Database. So that's the most complete database, so any hospitalization people have, outcome and all that goes into this database. When they looked at the database from 2002 to 2013, that's what they found. AAPI women has an increased risk for maternal mortality compared to Caucasian women. Now, what does it look like in China? So we should have the same genetic information. So we shouldn't be like genetically we are, you know, something's going on that causes us to have more maternal mortality and morbidity. But in China, their data is showing that's going in the right direction. Okay. So their current maternal mortality is at 27 per 100,000 live birth. And in the United States, remember in the previous, it's almost exactly the same. So the United States is 26.4 and China's 27. But it's in a different direction. The United States, we're going up. So in 5 years, if that trajectory is not arrested, we are seeing much higher. And while in China, if they go in the same trajectory, it's going to be much lower. Now China, regardless of what the mass media say, you know, all this fear about China's rich and China is in the main a poor country. The GDP is great, but so is the population. So if you divide it up, it's still not an industrialized society like the United States. But yet, when you look at the status of women in terms of the risk of giving birth, we are the same. Okay, so there are a lot that needs to be looked at. So some of the researchers back in the 80s did look at this issue, and I thought I'll call attention to it because what they're finding were interesting. So first of all, they were they wanted to look into the postpartum depressions. So again, that's something that's very common. In fact, in our society, when you say postpartum, the first word you think of is actually postpartum depression. So you know, you associate that, right? Postpartum blues, postpartum depression. So they were looking at that. So why is that? Because what they found was 50 to 85% of new mothers, under industrialized nation, 50 to 85% of new mothers experience the baby blues. And 15 to 25 or more, 25% or more experience postpartum depression. So depression is a difficult diagnosis, right? It needs certain criteria for it to be And it's certainly not just really sad or a little bit blue. So this is depression. It's a quarter of new moms suffer under that. So what they did was they looked at anthropologically different cultures. And what they found was postpartum disorders, including the baby blues, were virtually non-existent. So that is something that we need to pay attention, because in Western medicine, we blame it on hormones. We say, women, you're depressed after you give birth because of all the hormone going on. Okay, well, if hormones going on is causing the depression, then it should be universal, because women in anywhere else delivering babies should go through the same hormonal fluctuation. But the fact that in other cultures we don't see the same level of morbidity as we see in industrialized society, something else is going on. Again, we can't pinpoint it exactly, but these two researchers, Stern and Krugman, what they able to summarize was that they felt these other cultures had what they call 5 protective social structures. So these 5 things they felt was protective of the new mom. One is a distinct postpartum period. So in other words, the culture usually defines very clearly a certain period of time is postpartum. In Cantonese, it's a choi, right? So this is the sitting of the month. In Mexican, they call it the 40 days. So each culture has a very specific name that identifies that particular period. The second protective social structure is protective measures reflecting the new mother's vulnerability. In other words, they recognize this period of time, new mothers need protection. They are vulnerable. Okay? Third is social seclusion and mandated rest. Okay, so part of that protection, protective measure is this new mom needs to be avoiding outside contact, so maybe germs or whatever, or stress, and mandated rest. So it's not just, well, take it easy if you can, or like the other recommendations, if you stop eating too much, rest a little. Okay? But this is mandated, so it's just like the in Tina's little write-up for me. Mom won't even let me get out of bed to eat. It's just mandated. Functional assistance. So again, that's very important, because it's one thing to tell mom, okay, now you need to rest more. But who's going to pick up her older kids from childcare? She got to go back to work. Who's going to cook? Who's going to do the laundry? Who's going to do the shopping? So part of all this is also functional assistance. There needs to be the actual help. Social recognition of her new role and status. So in many cultures, once you become a mom, your social status increases. So now you have a higher social status. So anyway, so these are some of our things that we found in our research. So we first just started as a simple project. So just talk to your mom, talk to your grandma, get some recipes, and maybe a way of opening a dialogue. And what we found was a tremendous outpouring of support for the book. And I think because there's a void. Because in the United States, that's really very little that talks about postpartum care. And unfortunately, we're seeing it in the worst kind of data, in other words, data of death. That's, you could have morbidity, you could have disease, you could have, but when we see it in women actually dying, and these would be a preventable death, because, obviously in other society, they don't see the same thing. So there's something is not going right. Okay, so I'm gonna end it pretty soon, and now we have a new team for phase 2. So again, I introduced to you the new team already, and they're the one that had done the cooking and made the new dish. So we started off with shopping at $99. The ginger, the vinegar, and when we got home, you have to strip off the skin from the ginger, and then you save the skin. So traditionally you use the peel. The peel of the ginger to wash your hair, or you can soak your feet, because that's supposed to give you a better night's sleep. If you wash your hair, okay, this is it was told to me that the koi foam, okay, so koi foam is this, because in Chinese it believes that you get arthritis from the foam side, right? From the wind and from the wet. So to prevent you from getting arthritis in the future as you age, you're supposed to wash your hair with these. So the whole concept that in Chinese culture is that they see this period, the postpartum period, as the most important period in a woman's life. The most important period, because they feel anything you do in this period will determine what happens the rest of your life. Okay, whether you're going to have arthritis, you're going to have headaches, you're going to have this, that, this is because what you did or did not do in this period of time. So you could just see the contrast, you know, in one culture, it's the most important part of your life. In other cultures, come back in 6 weeks, bye. You know? So there's a big contrast, and I think that makes a big deal of difference. So anyway, getting back to the recipe, so you peel the ginger, and you pound it. So you're supposed to pound so for those, I know my cousin's going to be a great drama soon, so she'd be interested in the recipe. So you're supposed to pound the ginger, because that's to loosen up the ginger so the vinegar and the taste will seep through. And we cooked this in a 2 big crock pot, and we started the process about 3 weeks ago, and we reheat the pot every 3rd or 4th day, so that was the traditional way, because in the old days you don't have refrigeration, right? And I think it's a very practical way. We don't have to put it in the refrigerator, and there's no room for it. So anyway, and so we added the ginger, we added the pig feet, but we had to take out the pig feet because if you leave the pig feet in there for the whole 3 weeks, everything would be melted because it's in vinegar. So that's the other nutritious part of the soup is that, okay, the egg going to give you plenty of protein. Okay, the vinegar going to leach out the calcium from the bone. Okay, so and ginger is also it's thought that it has a heat property, right? It's a hot product, and it's thought that women after giving birth she needs a lot of heat. So that's the part about the ginger. And ginger is actually used in many other Asian recipes as well, so that's similar belief. And about 3 days ago, then we added the eggs, because it was told to us that if you add the egg to the far in advance, you're going to have little candy balls and or golf balls. You know? So anyway, I'm going to introduce Anna. So she's going to talk a little bit about the next part of the project. So she's our current student coordinator. So every phase we have a new student coordinator. Oh, let me just name one thing about the books. So we have about 20 copies of the book, and we do sell it at the bookstore. And I thought, maybe people who may be interested then. So in the interest of time and not having to worry about change, so what we're asking for is a $20 donation. So normally the book sells for $16.99 plus tax, which come to like $19 something. But we're afraid that we have to worry about change. So we don't mind. So that's what we'll be charging, and we'll do that after the talk. Okay, so this is Anna.
Hi. Hi, so I'm Anna, and I'm the student coordinator for phase 2 of the project. So when Con contacted me, as someone who's studying both science and the humanities, I'm always looking for intersections on how to improve the communication of especially healthcare to other people. So I was really excited to get involved in the second phase. So I'll be talking a little bit more about what we're doing and what we have planned for the second phase. And then personally, just to give a little bit more background about what this project means to me and how I got involved. As Dr. Marilyn mentioned, I grew up with kind of this pressure and to integrate myself into the expectations of what it means to be American. So I came from the Philippines, at a really young age to Idaho of all places. So I really felt that disconnect with my culture. So this project, it's been a really humbling experience to open up those conversations that I might never have been able to like discuss with my mom and my aunts and my grandparents until, you know, like years down the line when I do have children. So it's been a really rewarding and humbling experience to have that connect to my culture again, and even like learning more about other cultures' postpartum traditions as well. So with that in mind, for phase 2, we're really hoping to improve access and awareness to the traditions of cultures beyond Asia as well, and expand to more of a multicultural effort, and to also build a website to improve access of the recipes and stories that we collect moving forward from the book. So for the recipe and story collection, as I mentioned, we're hoping to expand to include other cultures into the project goals, and collect recipes. And besides the recipe, the personal recipes, the stories of the people behind the making of these recipes. So our team of cultural ambassadors in the back has been putting in a lot of hard work to talk to their friends and their families, and even like restaurants, and like asking and interviewing the people with these personal recipes. So we've been categorizing them into African cultures, Asian cultures, Australian, European, Latin American, Middle Eastern, and North American indigenous cultures. So with that in mind, I thought we could give, I thought I could like let the student ambassador team also like give brief intros of themselves and what this project means to them.
Hi everyone, I'm Dominique Fernandez. I'm a student at Cal. I'm studying urban studies, and I'm interested in reproductive and maternal health, and that is what has drawn me to the Mothers to Mothers project.
Hi everyone, my name is Fernanda. I'm also a Cal student, and I'm studying biology and gender and women's studies. Something that really drew me to this project was how it was very human-focused and story-centered. And I feel like a lot of the time we focus a lot on numbers, but not what the person's actually saying. And especially the fact that this project does respect the knowledge that women carry and transmit, because like women are the transmitters of knowledge, and I think that should also be much more recognized. And that's what this does. So.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn. I'm a psych major, and I'm also minoring in food systems. So what drew me to this project was the nutrition side. I'm very interested in like food systems and agriculture. So
yeah, so it's been really rewarding to get together each week and really discuss what problems we need to address and how to like actively work towards addressing the increasing mortality rates in the U.S. that Dr. Marilyn brought up. And in the process, kind of humanize like those numbers and to really get into the stories behind those traditions. So another aspect of our project, to go a little bit more into our mission, we would really like to develop a website to really increase the access of people to these recipes and stories that we collect. So, you know, to go beyond the book, you could just like log on to the website, type in a particular recipe that you're interested in, and that would just really go a long way towards improving awareness of this knowledge that has been passed down across generations, but might not necessarily be available to people who might have a disconnect with their culture, or people who would want to know more about that culture. So besides that, we're still selling the book at Eastwind Books of Berkeley, and we're always trying to come up with new ways to expand our project team and our community partners through events like this and like food tasting. And at the end of that, keeping in mind that this really is a effort across many communities of different cultures. We would like to hold a recipe celebration and a project showcase, just as an acknowledgement and a celebration of all the stories and people who have given their time and their family recipes to the project. So that would be next year in April at the Museum of African Diaspora here in SF.
I was going to give you 2 suggestions for outreach. You could also do the San Francisco Commission on the Status of Women website, or Department on the Status of Women, and also the State Commission on the Status of Women. We are now going to be the first state to have adopted CEDAW, which is that Convention on all forms of elimination of discrimination against women, but it's of women's well-being. And that UN convention was stalled during the Jimmy Carter years, so
Not because of Jimmy Carter.
not because of Jimmy Carter, but I mean, there's places that you would think that are very discriminatory towards women, like the Middle Eastern countries, but they've adopted CEDAW. Our country hasn't. So California will be the very first state to adopt it statewide. And so I would suggest that. Also, I was a geeky Chinese girl at Berkeley, so I double majored in pure math and statistics, but I did biostatistics. Now I'm a lawyer, so that's a whole other story. But in between, I also was a journalist, and the California Endowment has a really great program run out of USC, Annenberg School for Communications, and it's the Healthcare Journalism Fellowship, and I would highly recommend it. I went there, and they in particular want ethnic journalists to talk about healthcare because we still only, I mean, not only, but we predominantly study white men, and I was shocked. I actually allowed myself to be a guinea pig for a breast cancer study, but the follow-up was some call from the Midwest, and I said, you cannot do a robust study if you're going to study San Francisco and not have in-language follow-up, so in Cantonese, Mandarin, Tagalog, Russian. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, but it's like people out there. And then the other thing is the Filipino Women's Network, which is a global network of Filipinas, and a friend of mine was a co-founder, so I think you'll get a lot of feedback from that as well.
There's a Filipino woman that wants to start a traditional wellness center in, I think, Pittsburgh. Yay, Julie.
So those are, so you can get my card if you want afterwards, and I'll tell you. I always say, we have so much work to do, so we have to work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that has been really great to see as someone coordinating with phase 2 is like the immediate contact with people who would like to get involved with this project, and it's been really rewarding to see like all of these resources that we have to work towards. And we have like kind of a small team right now, but we're really looking to expand the reach. So definitely like all of these groups that we can contact with are appreciated. So with that, I guess I would like to turn the presentation over to Jocelyn, and she'll be going more into detail about our efforts to make a website.
Okay, so I am Jocelyn, as Anna introduced me. I'm just going to cover the website. So this is a work in progress. This is our phase 2. So yeah, we're just continuing to add more recipes, stories, and links. Our vision, like Anna said, is our website to be a repository of cultural, social, political, and food information related to that postpartum period. And if you guys have any stuff to contribute, please do. We're very open to it. Yeah, can I go to the website?
Is the typing of it, the last one?
Yeah. It's loading on here, but not.
Is it loaded?
Or not trying to. Yeah.
It's loading here, not here.
Yay!
Okay, so here's our beautiful, awesome website. Sorry, events, media, resources, contacts, and then we also have these tabs up here, which are the same thing. So I will go through them. So about, I think Dr. Marilyn and I kind of covered this already, but our mission, this is us. And I think I'm going to focus on, and then the consultant team and the community partners and people we're working with. And then I'm going to focus on recipes and stories. So right now we are in the process of working on this. We have a couple up here right now. So I think it's most of our recipes are in the Asian part. So you can see a little bit of it. But we're hoping to fill out the other ones as well. Yeah. So let's look at this one. You can see. Yeah, so we'll have like a nice picture, we'll have ingredients, the instructions, so that people can make them themselves. Alright, and then events. These are upcoming events as well as past events that people can go to if they're interested in a project. So this is us today. And then we have meetings as well, and these are some of the past events. Yeah. So we'll be updating this too, so come back and check those out. Media. Basically this is where our project has been mentioned in the media. So like Dr. Marilyn said, NPR, and then these other places. And then resources, this is another section I want to focus on. So this project is to help or support postpartum, that postpartum period. So we wanted to have resources for women to look at. So there are services, okay, yes. So services in the Bay Area that women can go to. There are also our book. And then articles, this is what we worked on recently. Some of the cultural ambassadors have been reading articles and just doing some research to figure out like traditional postpartum traditions. So we will be updating this page as well. So these are a couple papers that if you guys want to read about that postpartum period from other traditions or cultures. And then lastly, is the contact tab. It'll load. Oh yes, okay. So this is how you guys can get involved and talk to us, as well as submitting recipes too through this page too. Yeah, I think that's it.
So we'll do a Q&A now, and maybe the first row could get the food, and then come around, and then the second row and continue the
Are you planning, I mean, it's a recipe, but you're not, are you planning to put any kind of store perspective with recipes, like where the recipes
I think that's what we do based on our capacity. When we collect the recipe, sometimes the person who's giving us the recipe can provide that. They say, oh, this recipe is done in such a way, then we'll be able to judge it.
But you haven't done
the recipes in like the native language. So like there's Tagalog, and then here you can see like the side-by-side translation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were discussing this actually for the second phase of the project. It depends on our team's capacity.
and on whether or not like the people that we're interviewing are willing to provide us like a translator.
Yeah. There's parents gonna get it. Oh no.
I will.
There's like 3 moms or trying to get the same.
Thank you so much.
Wait, hold on a sec.
Oh my gosh.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks so much. Were you able to grab your copy already?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait for all the moms to get it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. There's more because I don't want to be too greedy and like take it all. Oh.
I'm afraid that if I get a copy, because I want to encourage my daughter to get pregnant, she just got married. I'm afraid I'll jinx it. What do you think?
If I don't know.
You can't push this.
Yeah, don't push. Yeah, I would not push luck. Luck would turn 180, a complete 180.
Exactly.
Be like, oh man, bad luck.
That's what I was thinking. But I'll tell you, this is so good. I'm ready to get pregnant, if it were possible.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You have tried it?
I tried it a lot. It was a super good. My mom actually tried it when she gave birth to 3 kids like me and my little sister. But yeah.
You can't go wrong with ginger. You can't go wrong. You agree?
I would say I would agree. I'd be inclined to agree. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, they're serving right now. Oh my goodness, I get it. Oh wait, hold on a second. Good. Put this book down. Yeah. Everything is going, and gone. Like 5 minutes. Yeah, I could not believe that process like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's very
Plus the whole vinegar and the ginger added and this stuff. Wow.
vegan soup in one.
So that was my whole thing. I'm still really bothered today.
Yeah, I can't even believe all the. Well, what UC like all the group came from? I forgot. What UC like?
We're from UC Berkeley.
Berkeley. Oh shit. Oh yeah. I did visit Berkeley last year. And that was like, oh man, it's been years. But I never actually attended there. I was like, I forgot what was it. I was doing like sports, like Special Olympics kind of thing. Like, yeah, that was like intertwining with the mental health stuff. Yeah.
So a lot of places are not paying. I mean,
Do you have any forks?
by the time it's done, we don't have.
Yeah. I'm about to get it, but I really don't want to. I don't want to ruin my camera. So. Hold on. I gotta move my camera away so I don't want to get wet. So, to all you tech folks out there, if you have liquid spilled on anything besides water, yeah, you're gonna have a you'll be shit out of luck. So, yeah. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed what's on the video, and thanks for watching. So, that ginger was a lot better than I thought it would be. Yeah, that you now you see why I just took and chopped up. That's big sweet vinegar, ginger, and egg. So I'm gonna be eating it before it gets really cold. So yeah, it's yummy. I'll probably try it again at my uncle's restaurant if I have to. So, thanks. And I'll see you in a bit.